Emma and Lily walked home from Jefferson Middle School every afternoon, following the same quiet route through Brookwood's suburban streets. What should have been a peaceful walk had turned into something they dreaded every day. 3 older boys from the high school, Tyler, Mason, and Jake, waited for them near the basketball court behind the community center. At first, the bullying seemed like childish teasing, mocking their clothes, snatching a pencil case, or making rude jokes as they passed. But soon it escalated. The boys would block their path, bump their shoulders, and toss Emma's notebooks into the dirt. Lily, the younger one, tried to hide behind her friend, clutching her backpack straps until her knuckles turned white. Emma wanted to protect her, but every day her own fear grew. She tried to walk faster, to avoid them, to ignore the insults, but the boys always found a way to intimidate them. Their parents worked long hours, leaving no one to pick them up, and the girls didn't want to worry them. One Friday afternoon, after Tyler grabbed Lily's wrist while laughing cruelly, Emma felt something break inside her. She knew they couldn't keep living like this. She wanted help, but she had no idea who would listen, or who could stop the boys. Parked near the community center that same week was a local motorcycle club known as the Iron Guardians. They often met there before charity rides or community events, and although their leather jackets and roaring bikes made them look intimidating, they were known for helping veterans and supporting neighborhood safety programs. That afternoon, Bear, the club president, noticed Emma and Lily rush past with their backpacks half open, faces pale with fear. Moments later, he saw the 3 teenage boys swaggering behind them, laughing as if they'd just accomplished something amusing. Bear didn't like what he saw. The next day, he paid closer attention. From across the parking lot, he watched Mason yank a folder out of Emma's hands, scattering papers across the grass, while Jake kicked Lily's lunchbox down the sidewalk. The girls didn't argue, they just picked up their things quietly and hurried away. Bear's jaw tightened. He'd seen this kind of behavior before, and he knew exactly where it could lead if no one stepped in. He called over 2 trusted members of the club, Diesel and Raven, and told them to observe the situation carefully. No confrontation yet, just understanding. Raven began recording discreetly. By the end of the week, they had enough evidence to know the girls needed protection. Monday afternoon arrived, and Emma and Lily walked their usual route, unaware that the Iron Guardians were stationed nearby, watching from a distance. When Tyler shoved Emma's backpack to the ground again, the boys burst into laughter, until the sudden rumble of motorcycle engines filled the air. 4 members of the club pulled up to the curb, parking their bikes with slow, deliberate movements. Bear stepped forward, not angry, not threatening, but with a calm authority that made the boys freeze in place. "Afternoon, gentlemen," he said, his voice steady. "We need to talk." Tyler glanced at his friends, trying to look tough, but his bravado faded quickly. Bear explained that the club had witnessed their behavior all week and had video recordings of every incident. He made it clear that intimidation, harassment, and physical contact with younger students were serious offenses, and that the evidence had already been shared with the school counselor. Raven stepped beside him and added, "Your parents are being contacted right now." The boys panicked. Mason muttered an excuse, but Diesel raised a hand, calm but firm, silencing him instantly. "This ends today," he said. Then Bear knelt slightly to the girls. "Level. You're safe now. We'll escort you home until this is over." A police cruiser arrived minutes later, confirming the situation was officially being handled. The impact of the confrontation spread quickly through Brookwood. By the next morning, the school administration had contacted the boys' parents and arranged meetings with counselors. Jefferson Middle School increased adult supervision around the community center route, adding staff and volunteers to watch over students after dismissal. Emma and Lily, still shaken but relieved, felt the shift immediately. For the first time in weeks, they weren't walking in fear. True to their promise, the Iron Guardians escorted the girls home every afternoon. They didn't hover or make a scene, they simply rode behind them at a respectful distance, their steady presence enough to keep trouble away. Each day, the girls walked a little taller, no longer gripping their backpacks so tightly. Parents in the neighborhood began thanking the bikers, dropping off snacks, shaking their hands, and letting them know how much their support meant. By Friday, it was clear the boys had learned their lesson. They kept their distance, avoided eye contact, and were placed in mandatory counseling sessions. The girls no longer needed an escort, but Bear and his club walked with them one final time. Before parting, Bear handed Emma a small iron guardian's patch. A reminder, he said, that courage grows when good people stand together. Emma and Lily walked home smiling, the weight of fear finally gone.